Good afternoon, I'm Hatfield Township, and this is the 69 News NETCAST. If you weren't watching 69 News at noon, here's a bit of what you missed. One person was killed in a crash in Bucks County this morning. It happened around 8:30 on Route 663 in Milford Township, near where 663 crosses over the Northeast Extension. Officials say only one vehicle was involved in the wreck. The driver was killed, no other injuries were reported, and the road remained open. State police say the crash is under investigation. A man was shot to death in his home or in a home in Montgomery County over the weekend. It happened in the 2400 block of East Orvilla Road in Hatfield Township just before midnight Saturday. When officers arrived on the scene, they say they found a 31-year-old man dead from a gunshot wound. State police say the shooter called 911 and stayed at the scene. The victim has not been identified and the incident remains under investigation. State police have charged a Monroe County man with felony assault after he gave a coworker a marijuana-laced brownie. Police say the man's coworker wound up giving the brownie to her 15-year-old son who has autism, and he had to be rushed to the hospital. 32-year-old Corey Emery of East Stroudsburg was charged in the incident. Police say he admitted to giving the woman the brownie because he wanted someone else to eat it so he could tell if it was really marijuana. State lawmakers in Pennsylvania may have passed a budget, but they're still trying to figure out how to pay for all of it. There was a special session over the weekend, but no vote was held on how to fund the spending plan that was passed earlier this month. WFMZ's Emma Wright has more.
Local lawmakers say they left Harrisburg frustrated on Saturday after no vote was taken on how to fix a $2 billion budget gap in a $32 billion spending package.
Yesterday was just a debacle. It was an embarrassment, frankly.
It's extremely frustrating. To me, it's common sense that you don't spend more than what you take in, and this governor just doesn't get it.
The unusual Saturday session was called by House Speaker Mike Trezai. Lawmakers say his plan to balance the budget by borrowing $1.5 billion was rejected by Democrats and members of his own party.
So the Speaker tried to get us together with a revenue package that didn't raise taxes and relied heavily on borrowing, and the votes just aren't there, including myself. So
that's the equivalent of taking out a 30-year mortgage on your house in order to pay your utility bills. It was irresponsible. It made absolutely no sense.
Saturday's session ended after a lengthy GOP caucus. Republicans and Democrats blamed the state's leadership for getting PA into a budget mess.
So what is the answer? At this point, we don't have an answer.
My biggest fear is that there's going to have to be pain before we get there, that we're going to have to come to a situation where the governor says, well, you know what, you don't want to actually fund the budget, we're going to have to make spending cuts.
If both sides can't come to an agreement, it could drive Pennsylvania's poor credit rating even lower, and Governor Tom Wolf may have to freeze programs. Emma Wright, 69 News.
And for more local news, watch 69 News or get updates here at WFMZ.com. With the 69 News NETCAST, I'm Hatfield Township.